Hello guys, welcome to my channel, Code with Imita. Today we'll be doing scanners. So let's just jump into the content now. So what is a scanner? A scanner is a class that reads inputs from the keyboard. Okay? It reads that's a J option pane, and I believe we did J option pane. Okay, sorry. So um yeah. So this is how you call a scanner. Make sure the S is in uppercase. Give it a variable. In this case, I said input, equate it to new scanner, parenthesis system.in. And make sure that you import, because take a look at this. Without importing, that will give you an error. So make sure that you import. Perfect. So we're just displaying a message here to the user. Enter a number. Okay, so a number is an integer, so hence I said int. Number is equal to input. So in order for us to allow for user input, we first have to equate, when equating whatever variable that the user will store his input from the keyboard, is going to be equated to the name of the variable of the scanner, which is input in this case. Then we say dot next int. For string, you'll say dot next line. For double, dot next double. Perfect. So the user will enter a number, and if the number, we already know what if statements are. If the number is greater than 0, your number is positive. Else, if the number is less than 0, your number is definitely negative. Okay? Perfect. So let's just run this real quick. Enter a number. Okay? Then let's just enter 2. Your number is positive. Let's rerun. Enter a number, negative 8. Your number is negative. So let's just say enter. Okay? No, I want us to. Okay, 0. Number is 0. So notice how we never said if number is equal to 0, and when I actually enter 0, it displayed number is 0. So the reason it did that is because we know that numbers have should I say three states. It has a positive state, it has a negative state, and it has a state of nothingness, if that makes sense, which is 0. So it checks if the number is greater than 0, definitely it's a positive. If it's lesser than 0, definitely it's what? It's negative. So there's no need for us to say else if number is equal to 0, because if a number is not positive and it's also not negative, then it's nothing. It's literally 0. So that's how the compiler thinks. That's how the compiler sees all of this. That's basically logic or knowledge of mathematics. Perfect. This is, so we're dwelling on scanners. Oh, sorry, scanners in this video. Scanners, not the if statements necessarily. So I want us to change this and say string, and let's change this guy. If you are using a string, you'll say next line. Okay, next line. So the reason it's giving us an error is because, of course, a string, we know what data type string stands for. A string can't be greater than 0, nor can it be less than 0. So that's why it's giving us an error. So now we'll have to change this. Okay, let me just say name here. Okay, then here I'll say name. Okay, okay, cool. I'll fix that right now. It's not an error, it's just highlighting something. Oh, sorry. John. Perfect. So let's just read what this says. Comparing strings using that. Okay, so I believe this is not the best practice for us in this case. So you see this line over here, this code over here. We can rewrite it this way. Dot equals to. Then we put the name. Then you will see that nothing is being highlighted in there. So let's do the same thing here. Dot equals John. Perfect. So let's just run this. So now the program is basically checking whether or not the entered name is is Imita or it's John. So if it's none, okay, let's just concatenate this just to make it if name. Oh, sorry. So here we'll just say system does not know you. Okay, perfect. So let's just run this. Enter. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's just think of a name there. Enter a name. So if I say Imita, hi Imita, and if I say John, hi John, perfect. So if I say, notice this, Imita starts with an I, but in this case it's an uppercase I. Okay, this case it's a lowercase. So if you should be careful, there are built-in methods that can help you to ignore the 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 casing of whatever the user enters, but in this case we won't jump into that. So you should make sure, this is basically a simple program. Okay, so we should make sure that the cases are the same as the ones here. Okay, here they should be the same unless system does not know you. Perfect. We did next int, we did next line. So yeah, I believe that's it with scanners. Just make sure you practice, make sure you play around with it, and yeah, this is just a basic way of showing you. um, so if, okay, let me just make another example. Let's say double. If I'm using double, I say dot, I say it, okay, sorry, dot next double. You should say next double. Okay, then of course you will fix whatever is giving you an error here. The reason it's giving us an error is because a double is basically an integer, but a double is when you have a decimal. So a decimal, a number cannot be equal to a letter. Okay, so that's why it's giving us an error. Play around the data types, create programs, and just develop your skills. I believe that's all regarding scanners. um yes, thank you for watching.